All right, so I was looking at my notes the other day and I realized one thing and I wanted to talk about it. So back in 2016, I'll put a couple pictures here. I lost a ton of weight. And it was because I went to my chiropractor. I had never gone to a chiropractor before, and I had gone to a chiropractor and he looked at me and he's like, "You're really overweight." He's like, "You're fat." And I said, "I know, thank you." And he's like, "Do you like riding bike?" I said, "Yeah, I used to love riding bike, but I had a bunch of bikes and I sold them." Well, some were back at my parents' house and some I sold. And he's like, "Why don't you start riding again?" So I did. But one of the things that I also did was I streamlined my diet. And one of the things that's been causing me to overthink like crazy lately is what I actually want to eat. I absolutely love coming to this park. This place is so sweet. I've been overcomplicating everything lately, and I realized that during 2016, and this is like one of my best tips I think for anybody looking to lose weight, is to pick like 3 or 4 things that you like to eat. Buy only those things and just eat them. I know McDougall talks about it. A lot of people talk about it. I've talked about it. I need to watch some of my own videos all over again because, it's true. Like if you just pick like 3, 4, maybe 5, but over that, I think you're stretching it. And just rotate those things and only buy those items. And if you don't have those items at your house, just don't eat. No, I'm just kidding. Go fasting. Screw up your metabolism. Fasting's good for certain things, but I don't think it's good I know it's not good for weight loss at all. Look, a squirrel. So one of the things that I ate back in 2016 is I would start off my day with fruit. I worked at this tiny little post office for half the year, and the other half of the year I was just bringing fruit with me to the post office. But I would have just oranges, apples, Cliff Bars, that naked drink, I think the mango something or another. What else did I have? And then during lunch I would have like half or a full watermelon, depending on how much I could eat. And then once watermelon season was done, I had rice and asparagus for lunch. And then I would come home and I would eat usually like a salad with potato, like fries that I made. And that was about it. Now, the one thing I will say is I was kind of monitoring how much fat I was eating, but not really. And actually towards the later end of the year, I was having a lot of vegan cookies. I know it's not exactly weight loss life, but I was losing weight so crazy fast. And even when I was eating the cookies, the weight was still coming off. I feel like everybody has this point in their body where if you get down to a certain weight, you don't have a hard time losing weight anymore. Like everybody has that, this set point that everybody talks about, or you hear about in magazines, or McDougall's even talked about this set point. A lot of doctors talk about this set point that you get to. And once you get to that point, it's hard, or it's easy to lose weight. But once you get over that point, it's hard to lose weight. And I think that's where insulin resistance really comes into play. I think you're pretty insulin sensitive once you get to a certain weight. And after that, you really don't have to watch what you're eating as much. Now I know you're gonna have your Durian riders and other people coming on here and disagreeing with me on that, but I've actually seen it in my own body. Once I get under about 250, I really don't have a hard time losing weight at all, no matter, you know, what I eat. Now, obviously I wasn't eating my go-to Doritos and Taco Bell. I don't know why I always like to talk about this. I wasn't eating any of that stuff. I wasn't eating any fast food, but I was having cookies, homemade vegan cookies that did have, you know, fat in them. And I really wasn't having any issue. And a lot of people are like, well, you were probably riding, you know, 8,000 miles a week or whatever. And I did have, you know, some days where I'd ride a lot, but most of the time I was working so much at the post office that I just was too tired to ride. So I didn't ride a lot. I probably rode, I don't know, maybe 100, 150 miles a week, something like that, which is a lot for most people. But I don't know. I don't like to count that in as much, because when I was losing all the weight, the main amount of weight, like the 150 pounds that I lost in like 2011-ish, 2012, I wasn't really exercising hardly at all at that point. I was maybe half an hour a day. I think I was doing couch to 5K, and this looks terrible. Look at this. It's like a mosh pit. Gross. Anyways, I was doing couch to 5K. I was doing a little bit of yoga here and there. I was bouncing on the trampoline, but nothing crazy. I don't really think it has too much to do with exercise. You know, exercise has some kind of effect on us. I know that. I've seen it. It does something to us, but if you really calculate the amount of calories burned from cardio versus what it actually seems to do to us, the numbers just don't make sense if you're going in a calorie count thing, which is why I'm not really a huge fan of calories, because a lot of what happens in weight loss really just doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, I mean, you can do the calorie counting thing and lose weight. A lot of people do, but I've actually never noticed it to help me. Oh, this is awful. All that much. When I have counted calories, I actually think I most of the time I gain weight. But at the end of the day, I think one of the best things you can do to yourself is do for yourself, especially if you're an overthinker, is just to find like 4 or 5 things that you like to eat. Like if you like bananas in the morning and you like, I don't know, rice for lunch and then whatever, just buy those things. Don't buy anything else, because then you overthink. You're like, you start looking for like thousands of recipes, and it just doesn't make, you know, some people like to do this though. So like this isn't for everybody. If you're somebody who really likes to make a lot of different recipes, then just don't even listen to this. But if you're somebody who overthinks things or gets, you know, fatigued by thinking of what you're gonna make, and that's when you binge and you buy Oreos and you eat the whole box, just find a few things that you really like to eat and just make those. That is the bottom line. That is definitely my tip that I have used in the past, and I completely forgot about that actually. So I'm glad I was looking at notes, and I was talking to somebody about this yesterday actually 2 people about this yesterday. Glad it happened. I think it just started raining. I don't know what's going on. I mean, if you really look at like animals, I know we're nothing like animals, and you know, they got their thing, we got ours, but they basically just eat the same thing every day and they're fine with it. So find something. Now, if you don't like it, like if it's like brown rice, I can't stand brown rice. I actually almost don't even trust people who like brown rice. But, oof, I don't think so. Yeah, so anyway, pick what it is that you like Just keep making it. And don't think about it. Just eat enough of it. You know, if you're getting food fatigue or palate fatigue from it, then, you know, find something else you like, or buy a cookbook or Pinterest or whatever.
Waiting for the night time to see what it brings. And I'm still living deep in my head. Sometimes I feel my heart is there. Maybe tonight, baby, babe, we got love instead.
And maybe while you're eating those things that you really like to eat, maybe write down 3 or 4 more. So when you do actually hit that tired of eating this spot, then you got a couple more to go by. And try those, and then just keep running through that cycle. Ugh, just got mud all over me. How dare I? Just ruined my day. Anyway. Those are my thoughts. That's what I've done in the past. You know, I don't know if I want to get down to that weight that I was at in 2016 again, but it was a pretty simple plan. I had this road bike and I ate the same foods every day, and I ate a lot of them. Sugar, actually, I was going through about 4 pounds of sugar a week. I used to buy I think it's 4-pound tub of Florida Crystals. I mean, the weight loss was effortless. I probably didn't even need to ride bike. One of the things that I did also add was magnesium. I've noticed magnesium helps quite a bit. I was just calm. Probably should actually start putting that down in the description section. I think that helps a lot of people, because I know it's lacking in a lot of the foods. Even if Chronometer or whatever says that it's in there, I mean, how do you actually know if it's in there or not? I did notice a huge difference with that stuff. Anyway, I think I've rambled on enough.
Yeah, I'm still living deep in my head. Sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Baby, tonight, baby, babe, get a love instead.
And like I've said in a couple other videos, you know, leave down in the comment section what you like eating, what's your like favorite thing, so maybe people get ideas. Unless it's too complicated. I have noticed in the comment section some people have been writing like some really long recipes, which is fine, but keep it simple. Like one of the things, actually I think what I'm going to make tonight, one of the things I really like to make is like a 3-layer dip. So this one tonight I'm going to be making is the fat-free refried beans from Trader Joe's, salsa, and then mashed potatoes, and I, you know, put that, and then I'm just gonna air fry some pita chips out of some pita bread and just dip that in there. That's a really good one. That's simple. So keep it simple. Anyway, comments, questions down below, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one.
Yes, I know we're not the same. I'm so tired of playing